Today, we're unpacking the ADHD shame cycle with money, the brain traits behind it, and the shifts that help you manage money without guilt. Welcome to The Distracted Dollar, the podcast where we talk about money through the lens of ADHD, real life, and real struggles. I'm Vanessa, your ADHD money coach, and we're here to move from chaos to control. You know that feeling. You open your bank app and your stomach drops. It's not just the numbers, it's the chaos. The random subscriptions, the late fees, the things you bought last week that you can't even remember ordering, and the voice in your head starts up immediately. I'm so bad with money. Why can't I get this right? What is wrong with me? I want you to hear this, and I want you to hear it clearly. This isn't a personal failure. It's a neurological mismatch. Your brain wasn't designed for the modern financial system. It was built for hunting and gathering, for immediate rewards, for survival in the moment. And now you're trying to use it to manage invisible digital money and remember due dates 6 months from now? It's like trying to use a race car to plow a field. The problem isn't the driver. The problem is the tool for the job. Today, we're going to name 5 ADHD traits that create the specific financial chaos. This is about taking the shame out of the equation and taking back control. Let's start with the one everyone recognizes: impulsivity. This is the buy now, think never reflex. It's not just a lack of willpower. It's your brain's dopamine system screaming for a hit. You see something shiny and your brain goes, that will make me feel good right now. The future consequences, the credit card bill, the clutter, the guilt, doesn't exist in that moment. They're abstract ideas. The dopamine hit from clicking buy is a concrete, immediate reward. I bought a $400 blender after watching one smoothie recipe video. I used it twice. It's now a very expensive countertop decoration. The cost wasn't just the $400. It was the mental energy of feeling guilty every time I saw it. It was the subscription to the healthy lifestyle app I signed up for at the same time and forgot to cancel for 3 months. That's the real cost of impulsivity. It's the item plus the clutter plus the guilt, plus the hidden subscriptions. It's a tax on being an ADHD brain in a world designed for instant gratification. So here's the actionable shift. It's not about white knuckling your way through denial. That never works for us. It's about creating space. I call it the 24-hour rule. See something you want? Great. Put it in your online cart. Take a screenshot, write it down, then walk away for 24 hours. That's it. You're not saying no. You're just saying not right now. This creates space for your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning and consequences, to actually get a word in edgewise. Most of the time, after 24 hours, the dopamine craving has passed and you realized you don't actually need it. It takes the impulse out of the purchase and turns it into a conscious choice. But even if you get a handle on the impulse spending, the bills you forgot about will still find you. That's where our next trait comes in. Time blindness and the money you can't see. Time blindness in finances is a special kind of hell. Out of sight, out of mind. Isn't just a saying for us, it's a financial disaster. A bill that isn't due for 3 weeks might as well not exist. An annual subscription fee feels like a surprise attack every single year. It's not negligence, it's a literal neurological inability to accurately perceive the passage of time and future deadlines. Your brain lives in the now. The future is blurry. abstract concept. I had a streaming service I forgot about for over a year. It was only $12 a month, but that's $144 I paid for absolutely nothing. The icon wasn't on my phone's home screen, so it ceased to exist in my mind. Then there are late fees, the overdraft charges from auto payments you didn't remember were coming. It feels like your money is just disappearing, but it's not magic. It's being slowly drained by our commitments your brain can't hold on to. The solution isn't to try harder to remember. That's setting yourself up for failure. The solution is to externalize the system. I want you to create a bill birthday. Pick one specific day each month, maybe the first Saturday or the day after you get paid. That day is now sacred. On that day, you sit down with a cup of coffee, maybe a little treat, and you review every single reoccurring payment. You look at your bank statement. You cancel the subscriptions you don't use. You note the due dates for the ones you keep. You make the invisible visible. You bring all of your financial commitments into the light for one focused hour a month. It becomes a ritual, not a chore. It takes the pressure off your brain to be a calendar. But when the stress of managing all of this builds up, we often try to spend our way out of it. This is a big one. We use spending as a fast acting through brutally temporary emotional regulator. A bad day at work, an argument with a partner, a feeling of boredom or overwhelmed, and suddenly online shopping feels like the solution. It's not retail therapy. That implies calm, deliberate choice. This is a desperate, frantic grab for the dopamine hit to escape a difficult feeling. You're not buying a thing, you're buying a feeling. A brief moment of excitement and anticipation. I've had those bad day online shopping sprees. You get the rush from clicking checkout, but the thrill of tracking a package. But then the package arrives. With it comes the anxiety. Why did I buy this? I can't afford this. The cycle is vicious. Emotional low, spend for dopamine, brief high, guilt and financial stress, even lower emotional low. The spending doesn't solve the problem. It just creates a bigger one. Telling yourself to just stop during an emotional storm is pointless. Your willpower is offline. So instead, you need a pre-made life raft. Build an emergency feel-good kit. This is a list you create on a good day when you're thinking clearly. Write down 5 to 10 free or low-cost activities that generally give you a mood boost. It could be a specific playlist that always lifts you up, a 10-minute walk around the block, calling a specific friend, doing 5 minutes of stretching, watching a funny YouTube clip. Write this list down and keep it handy. When the urge to emotionally spend hits, your only job is to go to the kit first. Do one thing on the list. It's about replacing a destructive, expensive habit with a nurturing, free one. It gives your brain the regulation it's craving without the financial hangover. But implementing any new system, any new habit, requires planning. And that's where we hit our biggest wall. The wall between you and a budget. And that wall is executive dysfunction. This is why traditional budgeting is absolute torture for the ADHD brain. A budget requires constant tracking, tedious categorization, and holding multiple numbers in your head at once. It demands the exact skills we struggle with the most: planning, organizing, and working memory. You can't make a smart financial decision based on numbers you can't remember. Your working memory is like a post-it note that's already full. Trying to remember category limits while you're at the grocery store is like trying to solve a complex math problem while juggling. It's mentally exhausting. I've created beautifully color-coded budgets. They were the works of art, and they were abandoned after 2 days because the daily maintenance felt like a mental torture. The shame of failing at something that seems so simple to other people is crushing. But you didn't fail. The tool failed you. Let's ditch the budget. Instead, build a money container system. This is about externalizing the entire process so your brain doesn't have to remember anything. You create separate bank accounts or use digital pots within your bank for specific purposes. One for bills, one for fun money, one for savings, and then you automate it. The moment your paycheck hits your account, you set up an automatic transfer that sends the money to each container. The magic is that the system enforces the rules. You don't have to remember that you only have $150 for fun this month. You just look at the fun money account balance. If the money is there, you can spend it. If it's not, you can't. It removes the daily decision-making fatigue and the guilt. The system does the remembering for you. You are not the problem. So let's recap. Impulsivity, time blindness, emotional dysregulation, executive dysfunction. These aren't character flaws. They're features of your brain and that clash with the rigid, unforgiving financial system that we live in. The core takeaway is this: stop trying to fix your brain. Start building a financial system that works with it. Your willpower is not the solution. The system is. I've created a free one-page checklist that summarizes these 5 shifts. It's your cheat sheet to stop the chaos. The link is in the description. Your bank account is not a measure of your character. It's time to design a financial life that actually fits you. From chaos to control.